Okay, so the hummingbird story. This will be interesting if you tell it the same way I do.
I know, who knows?
So when I started in real estate and I was a brand new, very green real estate agent, our broker, Steve, encouraged me to talk to Billy. I don't know if he asked Billy ahead of time.
He did.
Oh, he did?
Oh, he begged me. Get her. We want her, and this is why we want her. And I'm
Oh,
like,
that's right, the phone call.
yes. And I'm like, well, maybe. Let me talk to her. And then I'm like, oh, no, we really need her to come and be with us.
I forgot all about the phone call.
Oh, yeah. We had a totally long phone call, and then Matt, and yeah.
That's where it started, with the
That's
phone
it.
call. Because I was worried about going in that office because I thought I was, too green and everything else. So Billy had to survive all of my very tenacious and probably super annoying questions that were relentless for a long time.
But I don't remember it that way at all.
I do.
She would call and I would help her, and that's just what we do for each other, and maybe that's where we are today, and that's why I don't look at it that way, but yeah.
She helped me a lot. So you did. You helped me a lot.
Okay.
And help boost my confidence too. It's a pretty daunting industry to start in. And so then there was, you had an open house, and I don't remember how I heard about the open house or if Steve told you to invite me or what. Anyway, I ended up going to this open house with Billy, and it was in Del Mar. It had an ocean view.
Yes.
And it was vacant.
And it was vacant.
And I remember it had weird carpet.
It did, because we sat on the weird carpet, because there was no place to sit, and we just chatted all day, and I don't even remember, did anyone even come?
Yeah, there was a couple people that came.
Were there? Okay.
It was pretty quiet, but there was a couple people that came. It was a different market.
It was.
But while we were sitting
years.
there, yes, this hummingbird flew right in front of us, and you just lit up like it was a firecracker or something, and you squared me off, and you're like, Ann Schreiber, we're gonna sell this house. And I was like, we are?
What? Why? Yeah.
And then you started talking all about how much you loved hummingbirds.
I do.
And
I do. They are, to me, they're just like this tiniest little creature, but they just have so much presence. And when I see them, I stop and look, and I just feel like they are a gift from God, and that they just are there to show me like you're being taken care of. And
that's gonna make me cry.
Oh, well, don't cry. So that's it.
And I think you did end up selling. Well, you at least got a buyer. I think you sold that place. I don't remember. But anyway, I was so moved by what you said about hummingbirds, which I didn't really do anything with for a very long time. But
I remember. Yeah. I called you and said, "Oh my gosh, I just saw your new signs, and there's a hummingbird on it. What in the world? That's so amazing!" Yeah. So we had a conversation, and yeah.
It's been really neat, to have a really good friend who's to be a real estate agent, and have a really, really close friend who's a real estate agent, I think is rare.
And in the same market.
Yes.
It's very difficult. And if I'm being completely honest, I called Ann one time because on my front doorstep, do you remember this?
No. Oh, yes.
Yes. There was a tree on my front doorstep, and a hummingbird had died and hanging upside down as I was walking into my front door. And I'm like, Ann, I called her and said, oh my goodness, this just happened. Why in the world? I love hummingbirds. Why would there be a dead hummingbird hanging upside down? And she goes, because they knew that they needed to be there, and you were the place to be, and that you would take care of it. And so I had this whole ritual, and the whole family went out and buried the hummingbird in my front yard.
It was a safe place to end.
It was a safe place to end. Yeah. So we just have a hummingbird connection now.
We do. Yeah. Anyway, I think it's very rare to have a dear friend, and in real estate, it's very nice because we can connect on just the difficulties of real estate. Mm-hmm. Also, Billy is a mentor to me as a mom because she's got 4 million children, and and they're all ages.
They are all. I've got you covered. 29 to 9.
Yes.
Whatever you need, I gotcha.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So she's always guiding me with mom advice.
True.
Yes, and and we even text each other every morning with a coach, a real estate coach.
With our gratitude.
With what we're grateful for, and we've hosted our own retreat together during COVID.
Yes, we did.
We're like, we don't need a conference. Let's go.
We travel together. I mean, we do it all.
Yeah.
And it's special. It's very special.
It is. Thank you for the hummingbird.
Of course. Of course.